In 2015, the drivers were hitting 317 kilometers an hour before they brake for turn 1. Fourth gear left that's immediately followed by the long 75 kilometers an hour second gear right of turn 2. They accelerate up the hill 270 kilometers an hour before braking to 125 for the tight fourth gear chicane that forms turns 3 and 4. The drivers are then quickly fired into the sweeping right-hander of turn 5 in the shadows before hitting the brakes at 275 for turn 6. The field will try to hug the apex on the left, which feeds into turn 7, a third gear acceleration zone that exits onto the back straight. The drivers will race back up to 307 kilometers an hour along this stretch before braking to 115 and fourth gear for the second chicane of 8 and 9. Carrying momentum is key at this point of the track, and the first DRS detection point comes shortly before the drivers brake at 300 for the hairpin taken at 62 kilometers an hour, the slowest corner on the track. From there, it's a high-speed race down the 1.1 kilometer main straight, which incorporates the slight kinks that make up turns 11 and 12. The drivers will be doing almost 340 kilometers an hour when they arrive for the final chicane. Brake at 100 meters, shed almost 200 kilometers an hour in 1.6 seconds. This is the prime overtaking spot as they try to carry as much speed as possible down the pit straight for another lap of the Canadian Grand Prix.
And welcome guys to the Synergy F2 series. As you can see, qualifying's on its way right now as we see Nikolaj, Alex and V, the new recruit into F2, has gone out on his outlap at the moment. And joining me in the commentary box we have Bailey. Welcome Bailey.
Hello.
So what are you interested to see in the F2 race today? We're here in the beautiful Canadian circuit here in Montreal, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. What are you looking to see?
I feel like Jordan, as always, is probably going to take the P1, but I reckon someone's going to challenge him today.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't an easy one. No, actually, it was quite an easy one for him. The USA F2 race. He finished at least like 25 seconds ahead, but hopefully there's more new challenges out there for him in terms of race. Unfortunately, Reese is doing his outlap at the moment, but is serving a qualifying ban for an incident in Monaco, so he will be pulling back into the pits at the moment as we're on board with V now, setting his first lap, and we welcome him to the league. Oh, as he goes into the wall there already. See him flying through these fast chicanes here of turns 8 and 9, making his way down into this hairpin there. Seems like he has both his end plates still setting purple sectors, but he is the only car out there setting time, so to speak. How difficult do you think the circuit will be for these F2 cars?
I definitely think it will be difficult. It's definitely difficult in F1, especially that last chicane.
Yeah, especially track limits. It does quite get to the drivers at some point though, especially seeing V coming through the chicane here of 13 and 14. Then we see Reese retires from the session, serving his qualifying ban from the previous race. As V comes across the line with a 121.163 currently. Who else is out on the hot lap? Nikolaj is coming across the line. He will go P1 with a 120.160 there, so very impressive time. Oliver in the Carlin car has just started his flying lap in that beautiful Red Bull livery for the Carling there. We'll go on board with him just a little bit. He impressed me so far in the first F2 race, don't you think?
Yeah, he did quite well. His sprint race didn't do too well. His feature race he did quite well in.
Yeah, unfortunately getting mixed up with Nikolaj there, but Stewart handled it quite well, flying down into this tight chicane over here of 8 and 9. Flying down there, getting on the power as early as possible. Coming up to this hairpin over here, we see Alexander Kim set a 120.728. About 6/10 slower than Nikolaj at the moment, setting the pace there. They do have two different tire compounds in the race, so it'll be interesting to see what they set their best times on.
Peter Margot's P2 of a 120.3 on those on those softs.
Yeah, it's definitely hotting up for that pole position at the moment as we're on board with Oliver now, who's about to cross the line as well in the beautiful Carling livery there. Red Bull sets a 121.932. Jordan told me the leading F2 driver is out on a outlap, so to speak.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the quickest when it comes to F2.
Yeah.
I think he's got a ridiculous lead in the championship.
Definitely,
Yeah,
he's the one to beat here. Shall we call him the Lewis Hamilton of the F2 division, I guess?
Definitely.
You're on board with Carl, just showing you the first few sectors of the track here. Very interesting track this is. 3 DRS zones for the drivers to utilize here. As the cameraman shows us a very strange camera setting there, but clearly COVID regulations giving out pay cuts to everyone in the paddock, huh?
Yeah, definitely. It's like Jordan's just started his lap.
Yeah, we're on board with Jordan at the moment. We see a little bit of sunlight coming out from Montreal right now. We had a wet F1 race yesterday, and it was quite interesting to see how they handled the situation. Lots of contact, shall we say, but most of the drivers handling it quite well.
Lots of spinalas as well.
Yesterday, and it was... That's definitely... Do you want me to share my screen with you?
No, I am good.
Okay, that's fantastic then. I was just double checking there on the chat there. If you're currently watching, please let us know what are your predictions for the race. We're on board with the leading driver right now, Jordan Tolme, driving in the Yuki Tsunoda F2 car. So I think that's one of his favorite drivers in the F2 series. Flying down this back straight now before coming up to this tricky chicane right at the down there, activating his DRS. Beautiful sunlight shining on these cars at the moment, hitting at least 320 kilometers in these V6 cars here. Ooh, very nicely done there. Oh, almost hitting the wall of champions there, but holding it quite well as we watch him cross the line for a 119.489. Definitely killing it out there at the moment as we're on board with Carl now in the Univirtuosi car. Very clean.
One of my favorite cars.
Oh, is it?
Well, yeah, one of my favorites.
You're busy racing in that in one of the other F2 leagues, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm racing the red one of Josh. Nope, yeah, of Ilot's here. Of Ilot's car.
Unfortunately, we will be missing Carl's teammate, who is also named Elliot, as Carl goes fastest with a 119.128 there, but Jordan is on the harder compound, so to speak, right now.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job there.
Yeah, exactly, as we're on board with Connor now, flying down into the hairpin there. Taking a little bit of a wider approach there, trying to get a better exit out of that corner there. We're on board with him now, flying down the back straight. I do believe that's Jordan Tolme in front of him. Hopefully he's giving him a little bit of a tow there. Maybe that will help his time there. Maybe he won't get in his way, and he doesn't. Very cleanly done there, executing that chicane quite well there on turns 13 and 14, driving down to the line. That sets him of a 120.503 on the harder compounds of softs there. Thick in that beautiful, shall we say, papaya colored car there. Oh, and he invalidates his lap, unfortunately, but he's still got enough time in the session. There's 20 minutes left there, as we see Misty on the track there saying go Oliver and go Carl. On board with Mandich now in that beautiful HWA race up. Sorry.
It seems like he's invalidated his lap time.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like some of these drivers finding the track limits quite difficult.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the drivers that's very respectful when it comes to racing. If he makes a mistake, he wants to know how to fix it.
That's definitely true, Well, maybe he's gonna go for another fast lap here as we see the beautiful camera angle there. So there he goes, starting his fast lap at the moment again.
Coming around to 2. It's a nice car to look at, isn't it? Nice and pink.
Beautiful. Quite a weird sound when they're starting up, but once they get started up, they sound amazing, I must admit.
Sounds like a lawnmower when they first start up, mate.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually taking it easy now to go back into the pits here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
We see Ofek now getting his corners right now on those ultra soft tires now. Flying across the line, he gets into P3 with a 1:19.829, so that was a blistering time there from Ofek.
That was a great time from him.
Yeah, as we see Reese on the chat there. Unfortunately, Reese serving his qualifying ban, but thank you for supporting us on chat while you wait for the race to start. We wish you good luck for it. Oliver out on track being followed by Connor, I do believe, but Connor is not on a fast lap.
Nope.
Let's go on board with Oliver now, who's in that Carling car there. We have had 6 races so far, but half of the cars I still don't remember.
Yeah, same. I already know the few.
Flying around that corner there, beautifully executed from Oliver, activating that DRS, taking the wider line of approach there. That puts him up still in P3 there with a 1:19.822. It's beautiful.
Great lap.
Yeah, great lap. I don't know if he's going for another push lap though. It seems like it.
Seems like he's going for another one, yeah. What's your...
Oh! Catches it beautifully. Luckily, ghosting is on, so the drivers will be able to drive past them there. On board with Nikolaj at the moment, who invalidates his lap time there. He's been one...
That was a beautiful trip from Oliver there.
Catching it quite well, well, managing not to actually put it into the wall, so that takes some skill to do.
Definitely doing a Sebastian Vettel of F2, mate. Seems like Peter's... Is Peter on a lap?
Seems like it, and he uses the slipstream of Oliver there to kind of push him along there, but having to swerve out just a little bit as Oliver makes a move down at the back again there, but we're still on board with Peter now. Flying
definitely one of the drivers to complain about this track.
Yeah, definitely it's not one of his favorite tracks, so to speak. We have been racing on the Canadian track quite a lot lately, haven't we?
Yeah, I had it 3 times last week.
So I think we're all familiar with how the track is, but in an F2 car it must be a little bit different to what we expect as we're on board with Peter now, who's just about to set his fast lap here with a 1:20.759. Seems like he's going to be going for another run though. Interesting to see.
Seems like he's pushing it. He's definitely using his soft tire, which will be his sprint race tires.
Yeah, he's gonna have to watch out for that. He wants to save as much tires as possible. As Misty on the chat says there, Spinala, certainly from Oliver there. He's doing quite well though, sitting in P3 just behind his teammate Jordan Tolmay.
Yeah, Jordan hasn't set a time on those super softs yet though.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, it just almost loses the rear there, just a little bit there.
Trying to learn from Oliver, mate.
There's a yellow flag from Connor there. It seems like he has run out of fuel, so to speak. There is a slower car of Rabbi Melko there. It seems like he's struggling to get that car going there. Is Nikolaj on a lap here? Oh, Nikolaj is parked it
Spinning
on one of the cars. He is facing the wrong way, but he manages to get it going again, so well done to him. It seems like it's out of turn 2 there, if I'm correct. So
yeah, it looks like he's just put too much gas on it and he's gone.
Definitely, these drivers trying to find the limits of these cars here. I mean, it is quite an inviting track, so to speak, on how quick you can go, but does catch you out every now and then.
Definitely. Seems like Rabbi's really struggling on those softs.
Definitely. On board with Rabbi now, who's also starting his flying lap. Sharon, his teammate, has already started his fastest lap. Go on board with him to see the flying. Oh, as he goes a little bit wide there, struggling to keep that car in check there. But seems like he's managed to do. Is he on an out lap? Oh, he is actually. He's on board with Sharon now.
With Rabbi.
Oh my gosh! Clearly sleeping here in the commentary booth today.
Definitely.
Yeah, obviously, the time zones have been messing us up quite a lot lately, but you know what? We're gonna have to get used to it. We're here now with summer in the Europe soon, so it will be a very good one. It will be a very good one.
Rabbi's might actually set a time now.
Yeah, he's flying in that Charles. Is it Charles? No?
Prima. That's Prima.
Is that Prima? You see what I mean? It just, I'm so confused.
I think Charles is like, I want to say it's V's car.
I think that is correct, actually, as we're watching Rabbi now flying down that main straight. Very cleanly done through that chicane over there. Oh, he invalidates, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Rabbi over there. V is out on a lap now, but it seems like he is taking it easy again as he invalidates his lap time. Seems
of course, Peter needs to pit soon, otherwise those soft tires aren't going to be too helpful in this sprint race.
Yeah, definitely. It's we only found out the other day that your harder compound is the tire you use for the sprint race, but you know, that's how we learn, is by mistakes. As we see, he's going out for another lap, most probably.
No, Peter just went quicker by 2/10, doing a 1:20.1.
Yeah, he still certainly has enough time to set another lap on those ultra softs.
Definitely, but he's definitely going to struggle in the sprint race.
Yeah.
Not,
Oh, as he goes into the wall there, managed to catch it.
Yeah. I did the same thing yesterday on the corner he's doing now. Straight into the wall.
Yeah, very difficult track. You're always trying to explore the limits here, but very hard to find.
Definitely, you always have to push the car to its limits.
As we see, Connor gets a DC there, but hopefully he can make it back in time.
Should be able to.
Yeah. As we see him log into his game at the moment. Two people still in the pit.
Sharon's 5/10 up on his first sector. Absolutely flying.
He is zooming, isn't he?
Definitely is. The Karen of the Synergy group, mate.
He was knighted last night as well to be Sir Sharon Kachuk as well, so well done to Sharon there, but it looks like he's living up to that. Oh, as he runs super wide there, but picking up a little. Yeah, definitely, but he's still going though. A fighter is Sharon, and most loved by our Synergy group as well. Flying down that back straight, activating his DRS a little bit later. I don't know if he's going to be setting a lap here or will he be diving back in the pit. Looks like he's going to go for another run here.
Yeah, he's got time to get back into the pits. Have a little bit of a cool off.
Definitely.
Seems like he goes quicker.
Seems like B is struggling in the Charles car as he invalidates his lap again. So he's definitely trying to find the limits as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely struggling, mate. Definitely struggling. One of our newest members coming to Synergy.
As he dives into the pit, so the only one out on track at the moment is the two leading drivers in Sharon at the moment.
And Rabbi Melko's out as well. Just come out.
Oh, nice. We're on board with Jordan Tolme at the moment. He's about to start his flying lap. Please do excuse me.
problem. Seems like Jordan told me he switched back to his soft tires. He hasn't gone for his super softs. He's already invalidated his lap.
Hey, I am back. It seems I have a small bladder today, but luckily my toilet's just around the corner. Has Jordan invalidates his lap? Obviously.
Yeah, I was just saying, Jordan's on the softs again. Seems like he doesn't want to do a super soft run.
Probably wants to surprise the rest with most of his paces. We're on board with Carl now, starting his flying lap in that beautiful Universitioso. Missing his teammate. Oh, and he invalidates as well. Seems like the understeer of the cars through that corner are near impossible to manage for these drivers.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people out on the out laps, such as Peter, Alex, and Sharon, I do believe. So it'll be interesting to see.
I think Rabbi's on a lap.
Rabbi down in 12th. Let's see how he is doing there in the beautiful Prima car there, red and blue with a little white there, coming around that last chicane quite beautifully there.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate this time on these two very tight the second to last and last corner.
Yeah, he's flying down that back straight there, you know, absolutely pushing that car to its limits. Very neatly done on that last chicane, trying to use the exit as much as possible. It seems like one of the cars behind him will be trying to catch one of his slipstream. He goes up into P11 now. Seems like Mandich is making his way out of the pits now. He has yet to set a time. Alex is on a flying lap at the moment. So has Peter started his. It's all last minute attempts now to set the fastest lap as Kim goes 1.5. So, I mean 150, 1/10 quicker. I'm losing my mind here.
You are, mate, you are.
It's definitely the pace of these cars. It's hard to keep up with the drivers today because they are absolutely flying.
Zooming, mate. They're absolutely zooming.
There's Misty there is asking us if we're going to talk about next season's change. Unfortunately not. If we have not announced it yet on the group, we will announce them on the group first before we say it on stream. So keep tight there. We'll let everyone know in due time.
Yeah, we'll probably announce it next week. They're coming into the last race.
Yeah, definitely.
Of F2 and F1 probably.
Alexander is about, as we didn't notice, Nikolaj Anderson goes up into P3 there with a 119.647. Alexander came across the line with a 120.176, so superb time there from Alex. Nikolaj.
Seems like Nikolaj is a little bit of a spin.
Oh, it seems like they're practicing their starts.
It's quite smart. It's quite smart for them to practice their starts.
Yeah. As long as they're not in anyone's way, then they're more than welcome to do so. As we're on board with a V who's starting his flying lap there. I changed his name last minute, unfortunately, so he will show up as Vindy LFC. He is from Liverpool, I do believe, right?
Yes, he is from Liverpool. Yes.
He impressed me in one of the other leagues in the. Was invalidated, unfortunately. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, he impressed me in the other league as well. I think he finished ahead of me in P4. He did really well.
It's a fantastic drive from him in that other league as we're on board with Jordan Tolmay, who came P2 yesterday in the Canadian Grand Prix, stepping in for his teammate in McLaren, flying down the back straight, trying to use as much of the car's slipstream there very clearly. And he invalidates. Unfortunately. 5 minutes left in the session still though.
He invalidates with inches.
As you're on board with Effect now, sitting in P5 now on the softer compounds of the Ultra Soft. Super Softs, sorry. I don't know why I keep calling them Ultra Softs. Like, just keep remembering purple was the Ultra Softs in my mind.
Yeah, in F1 they used to be Ultra Softs.
Oh, as he goes into the wall there, unfortunately, and he backs off. He backs off.
He having a little bit of smooch with the wall there.
Yeah, definitely kissing it ever so slightly there, like an angel.
Definitely, definitely. Seems like Jordan's just started his lap as well.
I'm not sure if Alex is on a flyer of a lap. I'm just trying to see his delta at the moment. No, he backs off. He backs off.
Yeah, he's backed off.
Actually, no, that was his teammate letting him go by. It seems like he is on a fly.
Yeah, Kim's 1/10 slower this time.
You see Mandich is about to start. We'll just started his lap, coming up to turns 3 and 4 at the moment. Oh, and he invalidates again, unfortunately for Mandich, so he's gonna have to do another lap on those super subs though. We're on board with Sharon now flying around in the Prima car. On the soft tires though, so I don't think he'll be going faster than what he should, but you never know, these drivers do come up with surprises sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, Alexander Kim surprised us last week, mate, getting that P3 in USA.
Yes, we're on board with Jordan now on the super softs though, coming around the last few corners. Will this lap time be good enough to set the fastest time on pole, getting him those extra 4 points again? And it does with a 1:18.509. That's blistering. That's blistering. I have no words.
That's ridiculous. He needs to quit. He needs to stop.
As you see on chat there, someone supporting Mandich at the moment. Let's go on board with Mandich for you in the HWA Race Lab. Flying around Florence 1 and 2. They're coming up into this tricky turn 3 and 4, which is a fast chicane-like section. Very neatly done there, just trying to get a lap done on these super softs. There's 2 minutes left of the session. He's flying down into this tight left-hander here. This is where we saw Jenson Button overtook Vettel. I think it was in 2010 to take the win. Am I correct, or was it 2009?
I think it was 2010, yeah.
Yeah, definitely getting him that victory. Basically last to first.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's quite heated at you, mate.
Oh, no, I wish I could do that. Only happens once in a lifetime for me. But,
I can't even get a podium, so...
But Mandich sets the fastest second sector there, so he's absolutely zooming in that HWA Race Lab at the moment.
He's about to surprise all of us, man.
Yes, let's go on board with him here quite well here. Beautiful sight with those 18-inch rims, I do believe. Flying down into this tricky hairpin here. Does he manage to keep it in between the lines? He does there, but he uses too much time there. What time will that put him? And that puts Mandich up into P7. So great save there from him. Struggling to set times before. He is the only car who has finished his lap. We see Sharon now. I do believe he's taking... Don't know if he's taking it easy or...
Maybe he's just practicing a few softer and see what time he can get.
Yeah, definitely.
He's up on his time.
Is he up on his time?
Yeah, only just though. He's not too much time, but he's still up on his time.
My hand's going numb from lying it too much on the table here, but that not to worry there. Oh, but he does cut the corner there. Not sure if that's legal, but it seems like it hasn't invalidated his lap as well.
Keep going, Randage. Keep going. Keep going. It's just nothing happened. Oh, he's gone wide.
I don't know if he's gonna be. Don't think he'll be pulling it into the pits there, but we see Alexander Kim out on a lap, I do believe. He's about... Ooh, all sorts there. Oh, it goes into the wall.
I thought he was about to do a spectacular spin there, mate.
We'll definitely clip that for you later, Alex. As,
He comes Sharon across the line, and it is gonna...
I do believe I do believe Mandich just went a tenth faster in his time, but not enough to put him up into P6 there.
Seems like Sharon went up to P10 as well, jumping V.
Seems like there's a little glitch with my lobby here. I have noticed on some of the other streams as well, there's been this glitch where the qualifying goes 2 minutes in before the first cars go out, so I think the qualifying is not over yet until they've crossed their line. Connor goes 4 tenths quicker at the moment on those super soft, so he's looking to do a blistering time.
The quickest second sector as well.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely impressed me. One of the people to impress me in F2.
Yeah,
His first few races he was struggling, but at the end season he's it's like the back nine of golf, mate. He's doing really well.
Oh, he's absolutely flying through those last turns there. This is going to be definitely a blistering time from Connor here, who sits... Hey, that's P3 for Connor, 119.645, so...
It's just Sharon left. This looks like your grid.
Oh, and he goes into the pits at the moment, so...
This is your grid with Jordan Tolmay first, Carl second, Connor third, Nikolaj fourth, Peter fifth, Oliver sixth, Ofek seventh, Mandich eighth, Alexander Kim ninth, Sharon 10th, V 11th, Rabbi 12th, and obviously Reese Russell 13th, having that quali ban.
It seems like it's going all so well as we see Galactic managing to go into... I'll send him a quick invite maybe. Actually, he can join onto the lobby maybe.
Will he be able to?
Not sure. I don't see him anywhere on Discord at the moment. And there is our lineup though. Jordan Tolmay in first, Carl in second, third is Connor, Nikolaj in fourth, Peter in fifth, Oliver in sixth, Ofek in seventh, eighth is Mandich, ninth is Alexander Kim, 10th Sharon Kachuk, 11th V, our new recruit, Rabbi in 12th, Reese Russell with a qualifying ban gets P13. So that will line up for our feature race, which will start shortly. There will be a formation lap for the drivers to warm up their tires. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this race.
Yeah, definitely.
And there we go. People are choosing this.
You got a top 3 prediction?
I'm gonna go 3 South Africans again. I'm gonna say Jordan, Oliver, and Connor, or maybe Connor in second, Oliver in third. Switching it up there. We'll have to see what happens.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oliver is quite quick. I have raced against him in other leagues, and I believe in his abilities. So with Connor. Who's your predictions?
I definitely think, of course, Jordan. I think Carl will get second, and I think someone from the back might surprise us of Mandich. I think Mandich might come through and get P3.
Yeah, but you never know in these F2 cars. Anything can happen, so to speak, as we're on board for the formation lap at the moment.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of them.
Yes, that Gratchik can get in time to join the race.
Unfortunately for Gratchik there. Let's go on board with a leader there in the calling car. It seems like he fell down just a little bit there. No, it's not Carl actually. Oh, it's Nikolaj zooming away there on the formation lap, so...
His tires are going to be freezing at the end when he sits on that grid.
It'll be interesting to see who's on what tire at the moment, so let's find out who's on...
I can check for you. Everyone's on super soft except Connor. Connor's on softs.
So he's going for that fast stint towards the end of the stage there. Let us know your predictions out on chat there, guys, if you are watching the race live. Guys are just warming up their tires at the moment.
She's like Carl past Jordan as well. He's like, yeah, Jordan's going too slow. Need to get moving. Yeah, I reckon Mandich will surprise all of us, mate.
Yeah, definitely one of the better defenders, shall we say, in the league. But he surprised us every now and then with these results. Been unlucky lately in the F1 league. But hopefully...
Yeah, definitely. He said he's definitely more of an F2 driver than an F1.
So a few cars AI at the moment there, but I wasn't too sure. It seems like it was just them ghosting while they were lining up on the grid to get started.
Yeah, I think they were ghosting. Yeah, seems that everyone's on the grid.
But we're getting ready to go here in this F2 series. As we see, the lights have started. 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we are off. At the moment, Jordan gets a good getaway in that calling, though. Seems like there's a little bunch up at the back there as we see Oliver drive down just a little bit. Seems like a clean getaway for most of the drivers there. Flying up into this turn 2 here before getting into turn 3. Seems like everyone has got away there. We see Alex going down the order there at 9th place, but it seems like everyone's getting away quite cleanly, respecting each other's quite a lot there after the team briefing there. So, quite interesting to see that. Let's go out into Carl at the moment in 2nd place now, trying to hunt down Jordan there, making sure he doesn't get away from his DRS zone there. DRS is only enabled in lap 3. It seems like Carl is staking up with them in P3. Very clean getaway for most of the drivers here, though. We don't see much of a battle anywhere, but Peter Barr is stuck in between a train of cars, so he's going to have to defend for his life here as a little bit of a knock there from Oliver onto Ofek there, but very cleanly. Luckily it's on reduced damage here, so everyone getting away quite cleanly here.
Yeah, it seems like Nikolai's jumped Connor, and also Peter's gone past Connor as well. And Ofek now against Connor.
Very exciting racing from everyone here so far. Reese Russell still down in 13th as Jordan Tolmay sets the fastest lap at the start of this Grand Prix, but that's a given because he is the first car to cross the line. But he's flying up in front now. He's already got a second lead gap to Carl now, who's in 2nd place though. So a little bit of a change up here between 9th and 8th at the moment. It seems like they're going side by... No, they're not actually. Might have made a mistake there. I thought they were going side by side there, but seems like Alex made a clean pass there and Mandich going down into 10th place now, so he's got some...
Seems like Connor's really struggling on those softs as well. He went from P3 to P7.
Yeah, definitely is. They're on board with him right now, but he's gonna have a better run later in this race. 20 laps of this feature race. We're only on lap 2 at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how that strategy plays out later. Who has surprised you so far in this race?
I think Nikolaj has got a great start off that start, jumping Connor straight away, and now he's just keeping up with Carl at the minute.
We see a little bit of a gap form between places of, well, between the grid, between places of 3 and 4 there. I'm still trying to find the words in my head because that was a very interesting...
Oh, Mandich has spun. Mandich has lost it.
Where is Mandich? 11. Oh no, as we see him go back down the order still.
Seems like he's got front wing damage on his right. No, sorry, on his left. His end plate's missing on his left.
He does have end plate damage, but if he goes on the soft tire, he might be able to still pick it back up in the race there as he gets out of the way for Reese Russell now. See a little bit of a... Seems like the closest battle out on track here is between...
Oh, Kim spun. His Kim just spun behind Connor.
Oh no.
Seems like that dirty air got to him and he just lost it.
Some of the cars flying past him now. Alexander Kim getting demoted down into 10th place after that spin now. Those tires must be absolutely burning after that though. But still,
yeah, they must be.
The battles between Oliver and Connor at the moment with DRS activated now. He can activate these DRS. These cars are equal on performance, so the drivers are going to have to pick their moments quite carefully.
Seems like Kim's right behind Ravi as well.
As Rabi's doing a little bit of aggressive weaving there to break the slipstream of Alex there. Alex getting a bit of run.
Great. Yeah.
Seems like that has put him back into 9th place, but now the likes of Ofek is at the tail of Rabi there now, so Rabi's gonna have to do a little bit of defending on Ofek now. Seems like the time penalties are flying now as the drivers are entering into a period of a bit of calmness through the race, so they settle down now, they can find their pace and rhythm. Choose the battles wisely here as we're on board now with Rabi now, who's defending for 10th place now against Ofek now, who will get the DRS on him. So this will be interesting to see if he makes the move on him right now, and it seems like he does, going into turns 8 and 9 now, so makes that move stick perfectly. It seems like Ofek has front wing damage on his car.
Yeah, it seems like he's got front wing damage on his right end plate. He's definitely going to be struggling.
Oh, as we see Rabi makes a dive into that hairpin there, almost collecting him there, but doing quite well to handle the car. He will have DRS on effect now. Seems like it's going to be hotting up for a battle, so to speak here.
Definitely, here he goes, up the inside.
Oh, and he concedes the corner. Both drivers respecting each other a bit too much there, but well done to both drivers. Is the Rabi makes his way up into 10th now. Fantastic move there from him.
Flying, mate. He is absolutely flying.
As Reese Russell gathers a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Mandich down into 13th now after spinning it out in one of the corners. So unfortunate for him there.
Seems like Connor's softs are definitely getting better than those super softs now, because he's gaining on Peter quite a lot now. He's in his DRS now, actually.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to play a big part in the role here. I don't know if the super soft guys are degrading in tire wear at the moment, but it seems like they'll be going into pit very shortly, probably on lap... What lap? Probably lap 7 for their softer compound there.
Yeah, probably I would say lap 7, lap 8.
Yeah, but as we go onto the front runners here, there's a bit of a gap, at least 2 seconds from each car. Seems like they're doing quite well to stay in each other's range there at least, so it's still all to play here in the feature race, shall we say. We're only on lap 6 out of 20, and there is a sprint race later on there. Beautiful bird's eye view of that Universitioso car coming into this tricky hairpin here.
Connor's really close to Peter now, probably the closest on the grid.
You see Rabi going up the leaderboard there, as most of the drivers are pitting now for softer tires.
Okay, those super softs must be dying now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it seems like Connor's all over the back of Peter here.
He will be getting the DRS on Peter at the moment now, so we'll just keep an eye out on these drivers now as Connor does a little bit of a tighter exit there. Hopefully it's going to get him more traction out of that corner. It seems like he is gaining on Peter now. Does he try and make the move now, or does he conserve for that next corner there? No, he holds it.
Goes in.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
So that is battle for 4th place later on, as we see Carl has also pitted. But Jordan stays out for another lap on those super soft, so he might be undercut here, but he's got pure raw pace. Pace. So hopefully that keeps him out in front, but those fresher tires will help the battling drivers.
Yeah, the Sharon's up to P3. It's the highest he'll ever be.
Let's go on board with Sharon at the moment. up into P3 there. Ooh, he goes into the wall there. Catches a little bit of...
Giving the wall a little love tap.
Definitely a little bit of a commentator's curse there as we were about to congratulate him about beating up into P3. I believe his status is on Discord looking for a position higher than 9th place. Well, look at you go, Sharon. You're up into P3. You must be proud of yourself. They're taking a very interesting line there again.
Mate, he took that in qualifying. He's been practicing.
Oh, so you see Carl now is catching up to Sharon now. Sharon is definitely struggling on those softer tires. Their beautiful line there from Carl, though. He's gonna get DRS on Sharon. Sharon fighting to break that slipstream there.
He has to, Pit. He has to.
There we go. A little bit of a squeeze there from Sharon, but he does dive into the pits now. This puts Carl up into 3rd place, but this will be interesting to see if Carl gets the undercut on Jordan here. It doesn't seem like it though, but it does bring him a lot more closer than what he was. So that pit stop helping him majorly then.
Definitely. I think it was 2 seconds before. Now it's 1.5. So it seems like Carl's at least gained half a tenth, maybe 1 second.
Yeah, as we see Sharon going into the pits now, dropping him down into 8th place at the moment. Should drop him down.
That's higher than 9th.
Exactly. He's doing quite well.
Yeah, he definitely is. Kim's doing really well with no penalties as well.
Kim up into 6th place there, hunting down Peter now, but he's got quite a big margin to catch up to him. He's got 11 seconds to catch up to him, but Peter does have penalties at the moment, so...
I can get to penalty counts.
Yeah, it's Misty.
Go on.
Oh no, I was about to say Misty on the chat there, predicting he's top 3, saying Jordan, Carl, and Oliver.
So in penalties we have 3 for Connor, nothing for Jordan. We have 3 for Carl, 3 for Nikolaj, 8 for Peter. We have 0 for Kim. We have 6 for V. Oliver has 3. Sharon has 8. Mandich has 3. Reese Russell has 14. And LB has, Ofek has 3, and Rabbi has 0.
Very interesting penalties there at the moment as we just switch this off here. Let me just take a moment to mention how Mandich had front wing damage at the start of the race now and has managed to make his way back into the points position in P10. 7 seconds to Oliver as Oliver goes down the order from Sharon. Seems like there's a little bit of a battle at the moment between the two of these guys for 8th place.
Sharon's flying, man.
Yeah, he's definitely impressing us today in the F2 series. Oliver takes a wide line there, trying to overtake him into that hairpin there, but thinking the best of it now.
He's gonna have DRS 1.
Oh, Sharon just makes a little bit of a mistake there, letting him go past now, and that brings Oliver up into P8. Still quite far from the podium positions now, as he has made his pit stop.
Seems like your and my prediction is out the window, mate.
Exactly. Clearly some drivers is better than others on different circuits, as we see the package now spread out halfway through these sessions. What time? What time? I clearly need to think before I speak. What lap do you think Connor's gonna go in for those super softs?
Well, it seems like they were struggling around lap 6 and 7. So if he pits probably 15, he should be good. It may be 14.
Yes, there's a bit of a battle between Ofek and Reese down at the bottom here, but it seems like Ofek has blasted his way past him now, almost 3 seconds ahead of him at the moment. There's still a battle between Sharon and Oliver here, so...
Sharon must have got back past him.
Maybe Oliver making a few mistakes there in the Carling car there, unfortunately.
This is definitely helping Mandich catch up, these two fighting.
Yes, he still needs to make up at least 3 seconds to both of them there, but let's stay on board with either one of them. We never know what's going to happen between the both of them. Jordan Tolmay setting another fastest lap of a 120.237. Absolutely blistering link fast here.
Yeah, doing a really good job there, mate. Seems like Sharon's lost the DRS on Oliver.
It seems like Oliver has collected himself there and managed to pull a bigger gap now. Just has to keep... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Unfortunately for Ofek, they're now being lapped by...
his teammate.
Yeah, unfortunately for him.
But like you said, this is still a sprint race. He can still do well.
Exactly, 2 races here for the F2 drivers, so it makes it very exciting for them. We're on board now with Jordan Tolmay in 2nd place, who's got 9 seconds to the next car in front of him, who's Connor, who's yet to make a pit stop. And Jordan's actually having a relatively clean race in terms of penalties.
Yeah, I normally see quite a lot of penalties on him.
Yeah.
I think he had 6 seconds yesterday in the F1 race.
Reese Russell retires from the session. I wonder what happened to him there. Oh no, it seems like he just pulled over and
Says they retired on the track.
oh, and as we say, Jordan Tolmay gets a 3-second time penalty, which literally exactly. But it seems like Carl behind him set the 2nd fastest sector on those soft tires. So it'll be interesting to see. He has 3.2 seconds to make up to him. It's definitely going to be a challenge for him later on. He is dropping about a 10th every sector to Jordan. So Jordan is flying at the moment in that carling car.
Yeah, you also have to remember that Jordan pitted a lap later, which means his tyres will be 1 lap younger than Carl's and Nicolas behind him.
Go on board with Connor at the moment, who is still yet to make his pit stop, but he'll be absolutely flying in the last few sectors here.
Flying, mate, flying.
Zooming.
It seems like Kim and Rabbi are the only 2 people not to have a penalty yet.
I think we might have cursed them there, but we'll find out as we go on in this race. We're on board with V, one of the new recruits for, I do believe that's Shiraz.
Yes, that's his Shiraz.
That
He's doing
is-
a really good job in P7.
Yeah, definitely. Connor is catching up to him Oliver is catching up to him in 8th place though, but still has 3 seconds to catch up though. Peter Ball with another 3-second time penalty. Be interesting to see how these penalties hinder their progress at the end of the race, but we'll have to find out now.
Yeah, definitely. If Peter keeps getting penalties, it'll bring Alexander Kim maybe even up to 5th.
Yeah,
That might help us a lot as well.
on board with Connor now. We're expecting him to make a pit stop anytime soon on those 13-lap old soft tires now. So we'll just keep an eye out on him as he still makes... well, he still goes around for another lap here. But Jordan's catching up to him at a blistering pace at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely flying, mate.
Seems like the likes of Mandich now is catching up to Sharon, who takes interesting lines there in his car.
Alexander Kim has spun. His front wing damage.
Oh no, it's...
His front wing damage on his left implant, mate.
There's V is now making a move on him there, getting past him quite easily as Alex dives into the pit there, unfortunately for Alex though. But we go on board here with Mandich now hunting down Sharon now. Great comeback drive so far from Mandich now, making his way up into P9 after having that spin at the beginning, but those tires must be dying by now. He must be struggling.
Yeah, he really must be, especially pitting that early for subs.
Rabbi Malco gets bumped up into P10 now after Connor gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
His tyres are definitely... See, his tyres are dead after 13 laps. I don't think Mandy's just going to struggle to get those tyres to the end.
As we're on board now with Nikolaj in P3 now, Peter Marr getting bumped up to P4 after Connor boxes for a new set of tires. Do you think this was a late call here from Connor? Maybe he should have gone in a little bit more earlier to make up for lost time.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
So you see now the pack has now spread out with 5 laps remaining in this feature race. There's still a sprint race to go, folks. Where the grid gets basically reversed from 1st to 8th. So,
Sharon would go P1 and Jordan would go P8.
yeah, and Sharon is definitely making his way into that higher position that he initially wanted, though. So he's gonna have to change his status after the race on the Discord.
Definitely, as Jordan gets another time penalty. If Carl can somehow get within 3 seconds of me, he can win this race.
Does Carl have less time penalties than him?
Yes, Carl has 3 seconds and Jordan has 6.
Oh, it's gonna be a close one at the end of the race. He just has to keep it clean now, but he also has to try to get into that 3-second time gap. Seems like he is keeping up with Jordan at the moment. Beautiful bird's eye view of the calling car of Jordan at the moment.
They're wonderful.
So on board with Carl now in the Universe Giosa. But it seems like Mandich is now closing the gap to Sharon again. It seems like Sharon is making multiple mistakes in that.
Yeah, this is like Connor's catching up to Peter as well, being on those super softs.
Definitely a few more changes in the grid before the end of the race. So hopefully we get a little bit more action than what we've seen as the pack is. It's interesting racing that we've had here in the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. I can't say it properly. Can't believe I live in France, but I still struggle to say French name. But it seems like it invites quite spread out racing between the packs. I see Mandich now is closing up right against Sharon there.
Yeah, hopefully down the long back straight he can get him. Maybe even get some here.
As we see, Sharon is all out of sorts going into that corner. Seems like he's struggling to handle that Prima car today. Maybe the garage not doing the job quite well in terms of setup, but Mandich is going to have DRS on Sharon at the moment. He's flying down that second back straight, but not catching just enough. Sharon's fresher tires giving him that better traction to the corners. Mandich just needs to stay within that DRS, and hopefully he'll get better traction than him or get close enough to him to catch the slipstream of Sharon. It's going to be an interesting battle between the posts. As we see Connor as well at the back of Peter right now, flying down there. He's going to have DRS on him and better traction into the turn as well. He just needs to stay behind Peter at the moment. He goes down the inside there. Do you think that was the wrong move? Probably won't get DRS now as they both pass the DRS zone.
He does get DRS from that.
Does he?
He did it. Yeah, you get the DRS zones just before that corner.
That was a beautiful move there from Connor, bumping him up into P5 now as we see Mandich gets past Sharon now. Mandich doing an impressive recovery drive here at the moment as we see Sharon doesn't take his creative line anymore there. Connor sets the fastest lap now. Alex getting bumped up into P10 now, but also being lapped by a faster car of Jordan Tolman.
Yeah. Comes 22 seconds behind Sherry, so Oliver's just past V as well.
Oh, as we go into that little hairpin, that little chicane there, getting past Oliver. I just caught the action just in time as he makes the move into that chicane. Well spotted there, Bailey.
Thank you.
As now he makes his way up into P6. Now Connor hunting down.
He's flying on this. He's already pulled a 3.6 second gap.
Yes, he's got 3 laps to do that now, but seems like Jordan Tolme in P1 has basically...
Car got 3 seconds.
So that will definitely ruin his chances of winning the race.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything can happen yet. There's still 2 laps to go in the feature race, shall I say, as before we go into the sprint race. It's been a relatively clean race from all of these drivers, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good. On the penalty side, it hasn't been really good, but they're racing in general. Really good.
Exactly. Lots of, as I see there, Mandich and Sharon are still battling it out there, kind of.
It seems like Mandich will get that. Will get P8 because Sharon behind him has 14 seconds.
Unfortunately for the likes of Feck, who had a blistering qualifying, but just having a terrible race at the moment, not being able to handle that car quite well, and so is Ravi sitting in 11th now, just trying to get that car back home now for the sprint race.
Fair play to Effect to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. It takes a lot out of the driver, but we appreciate them pulling their way through in the races. We see Sharon is closing up to Mandich again in that Prima Racing car. He is not giving up on that 8th position, higher than 9th now.
Mandich tires might pop. It comes to it.
Well, it'll be interesting to know how much tire wear he has in the end there. As we go on board with Jordan Tolman now.
Doing his last lap.
Surprising wing for Mule, was it expected?
It was kind of expected. To be honest, I was hoping Carl jumped him on the start. It didn't happen. Jordan just kind of...
As we see him weaving down the back straight there, maybe watching the stream by himself there. Little bit of a taunt there from him as he comes around the last final chicane now to take the checkered flag, and it's gonna be Jordan Tolme who wins the feature race here in Canada, followed by Carl in the Unit Virtuoso. Nikolaj also coming around to pick up that final podium position, so well done to Nikolaj.
Connor coming home in P4.
Yeah, brilliant race from Connor there as well. Peter Marr in 5th place as we hear the crowd clapping as they come around for the last corner there. Keeping him in P6 there.
Oliver not having the race he really wanted, but he did well to come back and push his way through.
Yeah, as we see Ravi Melko going up the order there. Very interesting there as Alexander Kim and Ravi cross the line there. So on board with Oliver now, looking to pass the line there. We see the likes of Feck is that weaving his car, trying to get over that line there. Mandich brings it home for P8 there, so impressive recovery drive there for Mandich.
Yeah, great recovery drive from him.
Driver of the day is V. Well done to V.
Mandich, this guy's
if you want to send him a little message there. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Okay. Send him a message.
And there we go, as we see Jordan Tolmay on the podium there, celebrating with champagne. Carl in second, third is Nikolaj, so they will drop down back in the order for the sprint race here in Canada. It was a very
Connor got the fastest lap as well, which I'm really hoping.
impressive there, as I get a message from Nikolaj at the moment. Bandage will start P1 as we see there. Also V starting in P2, Oliver in P3. Mandage asking for an invite there now.
Gonna have to wait until I can actually play good.
Oh, I think he's back in the session. There we go. Always interesting to hear that.
The sprint race is always a lot more fun than the checkers.
It certainly is, as hopefully Mandage can get control of his car in the session before it starts. I'll just keep an eye out on the Discord there. I do believe he has managed to get back into the session there. I see him typing a message now. Oh, his game crashed again. Just want to send him a quick invite here. So
Send him one as well, just in case.
Because he is in P1, so it will be very disappointing to see him not take part in the sprint race here.
Yeah, definitely one of the quick drivers as well.
Yeah, especially after that recovery drive from him, he'll be wanting to make amends in the sprint race now. Just excuse me quickly.
No problem.
I am back. What will your predictions be for the sprint race?
The sprint race. I can Oliver P3. Frickin'. I don't think Peter will be there because he used all his tires in the qualifying. Yeah, so I think Oliver P3. I think Carl P2. And I think Mandich will stick out in P1.
So we already got reports in.
Yes, yeah, we do already, mate. Already.
Guys are quick, hey?
Yeah. What's your prediction for this race before it starts?
Ooh. I'm gonna go Peter on the wild card here. P1. Probably Nikolaj on the podium as we're getting ready here. I don't think Mandich has managed to take control of his AI. There we're going. There, the lights go out, and we see there the cars get away. Mandich gets the fastest lap, surprisingly somehow, but it is his AI.
2 seconds.
2 seconds fastest lap there from thingy, but I'm not sure if it's V who's disconnected or seems like there's a yellow flag between Ofek and Alexander Kim down at the bottom there, but we're here at the top now seeing these top drivers racing it out there, battling it out there. Very confusing to know who's on which car there. We're still on board with them. But let's go down the order just a little bit there as we see Carl has gone down as Jordan makes his way up into P7 now. Seems like mostly a clean getaway from most of these drivers now flying down.
Scotty, I think the lobby has moved so Mandage's a lap ahead of everyone.
Very interesting.
That's why everyone's ghosted around him.
Well,
so if they, I say we just swap him around. So like this is the actual race.
very confused at the moment.
We'll sort out after.
Yeah, definitely. We'll just let them be at the moment though, but it seems like everyone's still flying around the track nonetheless though. There is 7 laps and we see someone going into the wall there. It certainly is a very strange race at the moment.
It seems like it seems like V's P1 at the minute. Because he has passed the range on the track.
Yeah, so we'll just have to amend the results at the time, but
We'll have to sort it out, dude.
anyways, let's get back to commentary at the moment.
Moved up to P3, Oliver's down to P4. V is all over the back of Bandage, as we should say. Jordan and Carl going side by side.
Yes, they definitely are. There's we're on board. Oh, there's a little knock between the both of them there, but still managing to get away quite cleanly there as Jordan gets up into 5th place again past Oliver there, but he's flying down the back straight there.
Like Bandage just dropped down to P4. Seems like Bandage dropped down to P4, so it's V corner right now.
Oh, as we see the likes of Jordan going into the wall there, that's definitely going to take him out the race now. See Carl setting the fastest lap of a 121 now. He's up into P5 now. There's still a race here between the both Prima cars now. We see Sharon taking a very unusual line again. Seems like the closest race here is between Oliver, Connor, and V at the moment, fighting for that first place there. Sorry guys, there is a little bit of a glitch in the lobby as Mandage did disconnect. This is making it very confusing here. It's a short sprint race of only 6 laps.
As of now, it seems like V is P1, Connor P2, and Oliver's P3, and
Yes.
Bandage is P4.
So we're on board with V now, who's leading the pack there in. The Chiral's doing a very great job in the sprint race, but he's got the likes of Connor, Mandage, and Oliver on his tail at the moment.
Carl gets past Mandage as well.
So it looks like Mandage is dropping down the water after being ghosted there, but it's still a very exciting race nonetheless there.
Connor takes the lead. Connor's taking the lead.
Oh, there he goes, and he goes there, quite all of them, going all out of sorts there, all ghosting there. It's very difficult to say what's happening here at the moment. A little bit of argy-bargy, but they're going full wide into turn 1. This is superb stuff. Oh, a little bit of barging. There's the ghosted car of Mandage is making a little bit of trouble
Seems
there.
like Carl's moved himself up to P2.
Yeah, definitely doing so well there for Carl. I hope the guys are having a ball there with Mandage's car ghosting everyone there. So it's very interesting to see what's happening there.
Oh, and Nikolaj just spun behind them.
Oh no, Nikolaj dropping down the order there now. So Connor is now leading the sprint race, but Carl is hunting him down in that Universitioso right now.
It's hunting him, man.
Oh, a little bit of touching there from the 2 drivers, looking like a racing incident there, but they're still going toe-to-toe now in their F2 cars. Carl's getting DRS. Going down the right-hand side, does he make the move stick before that chicane there? It looks like it though, getting well past his car with the DRS, so that bumps Carl up into first place in our leaderboard there. We see a little bit of a battle down at the back there, but we're here on top. Rebby has DNF'd out of the session and has left there as we see Carl up into first place. Jordan getting past Reese Russell's car there, but Jordan going into pits for a wing change there. Connor hunting down. Sorry, I am going crazy here at the moment though. It seems like Mandich is in 5th and V is in 6th though, but
Mandich does have a 2-second flying penalty as well.
yeah, we're going to have to look at these results later to amend them there, but so far Carl is leading the race, followed by Connor and followed by Oliver in 3rd. V is in 5th. 6 is actually Mandich, but Peter Marr is closing up in to manage there.
Seems like V's all over the back of Carl as well. Not Carl, sorry, Oliver.
Because I'm a little bit slow there to catch up, but yes, you are correct. V is catching up to Oliver there for the fight for the final podium position, so to speak.
I think this is the last lap as well because of the 2-second time penalty. It's not the last lap, I don't know what's going on.
Well, we'll just stay on board and hopefully it all sorts itself out.
Connor's past Carl.
Oh, yes, definitely there. And Connor goes up into P1 at the moment, but the leaderboard's going crazy after a little glitch from Mandich leaving the session. Oh, but Carl goes for the move down the inside and makes it stick. Superb racing there from the two of them. Alexander Kim retiring from the session, unfortunately.
Had enough, mate. He's had enough.
Unfortunately for Alexander, we'll get his insight later in the race, but so far it seems like the order will be Connor and Carl in P1, but there's still one more corner to go for these drivers. It's very exciting racing here. We'll stay on board with these two here who are leading the pack. I cannot shut up right now because this is very exciting stuff. As Connor is going to get DRS on Carl now going into that last quarter there. This is going to be the fight of the Titans here as Carl parks his car dead in the middle there. It's Connor couldn't get past him there, sticking right at the back of him there. As we see them cross the line, Carl takes P1. Actually, no, they still have to go a lap anyways. Very interesting.
Mandich just finished. Doesn't matter.
A little bit of a mix-up there, but
Seems like he finished.
We'll amend the times after that then.
P6 in the end.
Mandich getting P1, but very weirdly there as I get a message from Mandich there. The lobby was glitched for me. Well, it was glitched for everyone, Mandich, unfortunately. From our...
P6. Because that's where you were.
Was that where Mandich was, right?
That's where he was, yeah.
So to speak, it was...
Jordan told me it's the fastest lap. Just to rub it in.
Paul...
Coming down the straight, seems like Connor could still take it from him. He's got DRS coming down this back straight.
Oh, I am missing it here. Oh, as he beats him to the line there, but
Connor got a 2-second time penalty.
it's definitely gonna hinder. Oliver gets past V though. Oh, his V almost loses it there.
So it seems like it will be Carl P1, Connor P2, and Oliver P3.
Yeah, that was a really weird one there, but
We get through it. He shouldn't be up there. Carl should be up there, but we'll move.
we'll amend it later for the drivers anyways.
Yeah. P5 was Nikolaj. And P6 was Mandich. Then the rest is normal.
Yeah.
Write that down for later, mate. Anyway, going through the grid, we have Carl in P1, we have Connor P2, we have Oliver P3, VP4, Nikolaj P5, Mandic P6, Peter P7, Ofek P8, Sharon P9, Reese Russell P10, Jordan P11, and the two DNFs of Kim P12 and Rabbi Malko finishing out the grid in P13.
Yeah, definitely. So should we line up some interviewees for today?
Yes.
Though?
Go and get some.
Right, so let's go into the interview lobby here now. Just waiting for the interview, guys.
So we can either bring in Connor, Jordan, Oliver, or who was P3 in Nikolaj?
Nikolaj. Should we bring in Jordan first?
Yes, I can bring Jordan first. There you go. Hello, Jordan.
Hello, Jordan. Winning the feature race there, but unfortunately a very sad sprint race there. Unfortunately, the lobby was glitched, but nonetheless, you spun out on one of the corners there. What happened there in the sprint race?
In the sprint race, Carl sent it up the inside. I allowed it, so I backed out a little bit. Had to carry less speed to the corner, and then I think someone just obviously didn't see it and braked where they normally braked, and they kind of just rammed up my behind, and the car just lost it. So.
Oh no, but we saw you were making up positions there, but you had a fantastic feature race there, setting the fastest lap and obviously taking the win and pole position as well. Like, tell us, what is the secret to your pace though? I'm sure everyone in the garage is wondering, where does it come from? You seem a bit alienated from the rest of the pack here.
There's no real secret. I mean, thing is, I can't track it down to practice either, because I don't practice too much. I put in about half an hour, so I don't know. Maybe it's just.
All right, now he's just making me jealous.
Not my intention.
Very true story there. But in terms of conditions out there, how's tire wear, stuff like that? We saw that you went a lap earlier than most of the drivers in the sprint race, in the feature race. I mean, how much was your tire wear there? And was it tactical to go one more lap on those super softs, or?
It lost me some time, but the added tire wear that the tire wear I saved from it, I think it was worth it, because my pace at the end of the race was pretty good, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And with Carl behind you, were you worried at all with the time penalties and stuff like that?
At first, yeah. I'm always worried about time penalties. Definitely one of my biggest problems. But yeah, I did get a bit of pressure from Carl, I would say. It's just unlucky that I got taken out in the sprint race, but can't change that. But yeah, good race, I guess.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you there, and obviously a contender for that F1 drive. How are you feeling about getting into F1 next season?
This feels good. I hope I get in, the fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in getting in. Hopefully I can dominate as well, but there are some fast guys in there right now. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Perfect. And any last words before we bid you farewell to the viewers?
Not really. Just be here for the last race next week, Monday.
Perfect. Temple of Speed. Are you excited about that?
Temple of Speed. A little bit, but also not. But we'll see, depending on the pace.
It's going to be an interesting one, especially in the F2 cars. Not very powerful like the F1 cars, so there's going to be a lot of overtaking, I do believe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Jordan. You must have a lovely evening.
You too, bro. Cheers.
Alright, so who is next on our list then?
We have Connor, Oliver, Carl, or Nikolaj.
We have a lot to go through here. You take your pick. You take your pick.
We'll go with Carl, as he got P1 in P2 in the feature race and P1 in the.
Yeah, in the sprint race. Let's do that.
Hello, Carl.
Hello.
Welcome, Carl, back into the commentary box again for an interview. Well done on getting P1 in the sprint race and P2 in the feature race. Talk us through that.
The feature race was very boring to be honest. It was just just driving from P2 at the grid and P2 at the finish. So not much to talk about there. But the sprint race was very thrilling. A lot of great scrap with the other drivers.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we can't really judge how it was in the cockpit for you guys there. What we could see a few battles in the feature race there, but talk us through there with Jordan being in front of you there. Was it hard to keep up with him today, or?
Yeah, he was really quick today. But I thought when we were qualifying, I could have gotten pole, but then he sets a 7/10 faster time on us. I'll settle for P2 then. So he was pulling tenths off me every single lap. So
he is really quick.
Definitely. And in terms of track conditions, there, how was tire wear and stuff like that?
Tire wear was really high. You had to nurse those tires so much not to get a lot of tire wear.
Is that why you boxed a lap earlier than Jordan there? Because you almost got the undercut on him. I think you were about...
Yeah, that was the plan was to undercut him. It wasn't because of the tire wear, but we had to try something.
Yeah, that last battle with Connor in the sprint race that got you P1, were you scared he was going to get past you there in the last lap?
Yeah, I was scared of him dive bombing me into the last chicane.
But he kept it clean in the end there. I think he was more happy with the P2 there. But there was great battling out on track from everyone, and we've got quite a lot of interviews to go through right now. So we would like to obviously congratulations on your P2 and P1. Have you any last words for the viewers out there?
Hope you enjoyed the show.
It was a spectacular one, especially for the sprint race. Thank you so much, Carl.
Thank you too.
So who's next now?
We have Connor, Oliver, or Nikolaj.
Let's go with Connor.
Hello, Connor.
Welcome, Connor. P2 in the sprint race. How are you feeling about that?
Good. Could have definitely been P1.
Sound
Just a little out of shape.
Yeah, just a little bit disappointed there in your voice, I could hear. But you put on a good battle with Carl there. We saw. Was it very difficult? Was he fast? Is that why you couldn't get past him in the DRS?
I don't know what happened that last DRS zone.
Is it? But you saw that.
But to be honest, yeah, he's fast in the first two sectors.
Yeah, but we see that you got at least a podium in the sprint race, so it's not a train smash. Is it something you can work on for the next race?
Yeah, definitely. At least try and get a win this time.
And in terms of any practice going into the race, did you have a lot of practice, or did you wing it like Jordan did in the beginning of the session?
Well, 2 hours practice, yeah, I think I just winged it.
Definitely, but listen, Connor, congratulations on your P2 in the sprint race. How are you feeling on your odds on getting in the F1 for next season?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
but you're definitely one of the favorites after getting multiple podiums in the last 2 races. So congratulations on that. Any last words for the viewers out there?
Not just thanks for watching.
Oh, perfect. Well, we'll let you be for the evening, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Great race, man.
Thank you.
Well, let's bring in Nikolaj next then.
Nicolaj.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, Nikolaj, getting P3 in the feature race. How are you feeling after that?
Amazed. Yeah, just haven't driving F1, F2 cars since the last race.
They are tricky, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It's
and,
understeery, so understeery.
you're sounding very tired after the 2 races there. How was it for you? You see that?
The first race was a little bit difficult for my brain, basically. It was, just trying not to get any penalties. And the last race, I'm just tired of trying to overtake people and they block me.
Oh no, unfortunately for you. But from what we saw, it was a very exciting race from everyone, and obviously well done for you to getting that P3. How are you feeling on your odds on getting into F1 next season?
I'm feeling really good. Yeah.
Well,
so
we haven't yet seen your pace in F1, so everyone must be curious to know how you'll do in the F1. But going into the Temple of Speed next week for the F2 cars, are you excited about that? Are you worried?
Is it Monza?
It's Monza next for F2. That is correct.
It's gonna be the turn one. It's gonna be a hard turn one.
Yeah, it's gonna. We're expecting maybe lots of DRS trains, so to speak, but you never know. Anyways, it could be interesting. And any last words for the viewers out there before we let you go?
I don't got anything.
No worries, but we'll let you be anyways to enjoy the evening, because I do believe everyone is tired at the moment. So congratulations on P3 in the feature race.
Thanks.
Great race, man.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Right, shall we bring
Oliver is the last one, mate.
Is it Oliver or V?
Oliver got it in the end.
Alright, let's do Oliver then. Welcome, Oliver. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Perfect. So congratulations on getting P3 in the sprint race. We're still gonna have to go through it. It was a very confusing one there, but talk us through your future race there. It seemed like it was a very tricky one for you.
My first stint was probably my worst. I got unlucky coming out of the second corner and catching a little bit of wheel spin. But I feel like I managed to, on my second stint, push back and get decent points. I think coming P6 or P5.
I believe it was P5, yes, that's correct.
Yeah. And then on my sprint race, just getting a really tough start, and yeah.
Yeah, you see you were battling with V there. Was he very competitive in the sense there? Was he hard to get past, or did you have the outright pace?
He was actually quite fun to race against, and like he was a clean driver. I think it was just if I managed to get past him and be more consistent, I would have probably been able to challenge Connor, because Connor was quite slow in the beginning laps.
Yeah, did you have much practice coming into the F2 race today, or did you just rely on talent at the end of the day?
I did maybe 10-20 minutes just to get a setup going and see how the car feels, but I mainly just try to rely on my skills and hopefully next season refine them and join F1 in a couple seasons.
Yeah, well, your chances do look quite bright, especially racking up the points in the last few races there. In terms of Carling getting the Constructors' Championship, obviously Jordan has been carrying the team, but with both of you being both strong drivers now, how are you guys feeling on collecting that Constructors' Championship?
I'm quite happy for the team, but mostly being my second race with the team, trying to just contribute for Jordan and trying to get him his best seat possible in the F1. But I'm happy to be part of a winning team, and hopefully I can do the same next season.
Perfect, perfect. Well, any last words out there for the viewers before we close the session off?
Good luck tomorrow, Scott.
Oh, jeez. That's another story there. But anyways, Oliver, we'll let you be and to enjoy
Sweet.
the rest of the evening. Lot to do
Thank you,
after
guys.
this. Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Well, it seems like that rounds off the 6th race of the season for F2, and it was an exciting one, wasn't it, baby?
Yeah, it was very exciting, especially the sprint race. The sprint race was confusing, but it was still fun.
Yeah, but anyways, I think we deserve a rest after that. It was plenty of action, and I think everyone's tired after that. Any last words for the viewers out there?
Nothing from me.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Bailey. Well, that concludes the 6th round of the F2 Championship. It was in a very exciting sprint race, very spread out pack in the feature race, but still lots of action around the circuit. I don't think many people will be missing the circuit. Lots of penalties from the grid. It is a very tricky circuit in terms of corner cutting rules, but we thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you at the Temple of Speed in Monza for the final race of the F2 series. Goodbye, guys. Have a great evening.